So let's talk about another case, like the Christopher Reeves case, right? He's best known for his role in Superman, and he had an
Right.
accident in 1995. He was paralyzed from the neck down. Would
Right.
he be a great or a good candidate for stem cell therapy?
Well, let's give Christopher and his wife, some credit. They helped push a lot of the research uh, in stem cell medicine 20 or 30 years ago. They built a very large research building in Irvine, California, on the campus, UC campus there, and had the great benefit of working next door, doing some research during my residency. So I watched that grow up, but it's taken so many years to get to a point where we're doing things now. And what he had was a complete spinal cord injury, and we're asking stem cells to help repair that. That's not far fetched. We're not there yet. There was a recent study, perhaps in the last 8 months, out of China, where they actually took some spinal cord injury patients like that. They surgically went in, removed the scar tissue over the spinal cord injury, placed some type of biologic, and I can't remember that research article, what they used, and had some benefit. So they were the first group to really show it's possible, but it does require removal of the scar tissue. So it's not here's an injection, you'll be better tomorrow. So we are trying to push the envelope and move the needle on those things. And it's coming. And Christopher Reeve would be a great candidate for that Chinese research. I'm not equipped to do that here yet. I would love in my career if I could. Then I can go back to doing a little bit of surgery then, which I would enjoy. But he would be a candidate, but we need another 5 or 10 years, I think, before we really see massive progress there.
So that will be a time where we could cure paralysis.
I think regrowing limbs and repairing paralysis are doable.
Regrowing kidneys and livers and organs as well, I suppose.
We can do that now, right? You can grow a liver organoid or 3D bioprint it into the shape of the liver. You can regrow, pancreatic islet cells. The bioengineering challenge is to get those to stay alive in the body because they don't yet have a blood supply or a nerve supply. So you have to figure out a way to conjure that. So I think that's the big challenge, and that's coming. Some great people are working on things like that. Some people I know well, and we can grow the cells we just into a ball of cells called an organoid. And you don't have to have a pancreas. We can just have a new kind of ball replacement pancreas, but you have to connect it to the body's blood supply. That's the challenge.
Would that be possible? I mean, putting that in together with stem cells, and stem cells build the channels or vessels, so to
Yeah.
speak.
Yeah. So stem cells are pro-angiogenic, which means they develop the blood supply. So that's what they're using that to work on that. A lot of these organoids are based on stem cells anyway. So they're figuring out the actual peptides and proteins that are in the angiogenic pathways, so they can just sort of bathe the ball in this pro-angiogenic sort of milieu. And so they're getting there. It's coming very soon. It will be stem cell based. Yes, you're right.
Okay, so let's talk about how much is salvageable with stem cells. So remember earlier I mentioned I did my undergraduate studies in Indonesia. So you'll see the worst of the cases here in Malaysia. I thought I'll see bad cases, but in Indonesia you'll see the worst of the worst cases. So I had a case where this man was fixing, I think, an electrical pole or something, and there was a short circuit, and both his arms suffered really severe electrical burns.
Yeah.
And as I was cleaning it, it was already gangrenous because the stench was so bad. It just smelled like rotting
Yeah.
flesh. Um, so in cases like this, where the tissue is so severely damaged, can stem cells actually make a difference?
Yeah. I don't think we're a couple things for wound care. Absolutely. One of the common uses of amniotic membrane products here in the U.S. is wound care. People with diabetic wounds or gangrenous wounds or difficult to heal wounds, because of the stem cell growth factors, the exosomes, the contents of that product. Um, in terms of regrowing the actual fingers or limb, or that is coming. We know many species can regrow parts. Starfish can regrow a leg. Certain Certain lizards can regrow a tail. A human child can regrow a fingertip distal to uh, the nail bed until they turn 5 or 6 years of age. So there are genes that our body turns off, and these might be very active in the embryo. We're learning about those genes. We're learning about the small peptides and growth factors that induce those genes to be active. And I think a combination of stem cells or exosomes that carry these peptides and proteins, sort of like a nanoparticle delivery system, will help someone attempt to regrow. First it'll be a finger, and then maybe more than a finger, and et cetera. So that's not yet ready, but it's coming. And think about, this is where the induced pluripotent stem cells or the embryonic stem cells might be useful. Obviously, this is a research area. It's not yet ready for primetime use, but there were for a long time. If you cut your finger off, you could put what's called extracellular matrix, which has a lot of growth factors and proteins and scaffolding, and you can actually get some regrowth. So we have the ability to regrow our finger. We're just learning how to tap into it.
Before we dive back into this incredible conversation, there are a couple of exciting opportunities with disruptive doctors that I want to share with you guys. First, if you're a doctor who's thinking about moving into a non-clinical career but don't know where to start, or even if you're a doctor who's on the fence thinking if you should leave medicine or stay, the non-clinical career pathfinder by Disruptive Doctors is designed specifically for you. The problem why we doctors think that there's no opportunities for us out there is because we've been trained in sick care all our lives, but that's not true. Healthcare is a huge ocean. What you learn in this workshop is discovering yourself, where to find all the opportunities within healthcare, your game plan, and insights from me and Vivek on how to do it. And the best part is it comes with a 14-day guarantee. By the end of this workshop, you gain so much clarity on what you need to do, or if staying in medicine or leaving for non-clinical practice is for you. Our proven framework has helped more than 1,000 doctors on finding a fulfilling career. So stop wasting your time trying to figure it out all on your own in the dark. So sign up for our next workshop on our website. Next, mark your calendar for Disruptive Doctors Annual Conference and Exhibition. It's happening this 20th and 21st of September. This conference isn't about fitting into label. It's about expanding what is possible in healthcare and reimagining the doctor's role in it. This is where forward-thinking doctors come together to drive real change in healthcare. For those who refuse to settle, this flagship event brings together doctors from diverse backgrounds to explore fresh approaches, share ideas, and connect with a community of doctors to impact healthcare differently. Remember to get your tickets on our website at disruptive-doctors.com/conference 2025. And finally, if you haven't already, please download the Disruptive Doctors app. It is a global hub where you can connect, collaborate, share experiences with doctors across the globe, and you don't have to be limited by geography. This is more than an app, it's a movement. So be part of the community of doctors who are impacting healthcare differently. And also, can you do me a huge favor? If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please be sure to subscribe, because it's subscribers like you that help us bring better guests for you. So whether it's the workshop, the conference, the app, or just subscribing to the channel, be sure to do it now. Now, let's get back to the conversation.
Join Disruptive Doctors. Oh, Disruptive Doctors. Impact.